With the quarter ending, this is a reminder to use your credits. We'll run through the gamut, whether yoga pants, some dining partners, or limited time promotions. Big favor, give us a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. If you know someone with credits that are probably expiring, then share this with them. Starting off with Chase, we have Whoop. This is probably the easiest one for most people, and it's a fitness tracker. Their initial target market was elite athletes, whether you're running around or swinging a club. The goal being to track your workout, but also recovery. Even if you're not an athlete, it's still useful. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can receive a $359 statement credit when you purchase a Whoop Life membership annual plan. You do need to do this by May 12, 2026, and activation is required. This pretty much covers the first year. For the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you can receive a $100 statement credit when you purchase any Whoop membership annual plan. Same date and terms here. I've been using Whoop for years now, and it's one of my favorite tools. Per the app since 2022, but I actually had an account before that. I ended up trying it for a year and then figured I'd test Garmin Watch as well as Apple Watch, but switched back. So for me, I like using it for tracking workouts since I find the Apple Watch pretty distracting. It tracks your heart rate zones and compares it to the historic for that workout type. It also tells you the max heart rate for that session. It's also made me try to fix other parts of my life. Per the app, I'm 1.5 years older due to my habits. The primary issue being hours of sleep and sleep consistency. So I need to bring the 5 hours up to probably 7 or 8. The fitness stuff could be better, but it's not in a bad spot. I'm definitely not doing enough zone 4 and 5 stuff though. But the benefit is that it's forced me to do more hill sprints. So this was just yesterday, and we'll see how it goes over the next month. Also, if you want to join the Ask Sebi group and keep accountable, I'll link it down below. If you are planning to buy it and then gift it to a friend, be careful. So a bit different, but people buying accounts on eBay are getting their Whoop account shut down, and I'm guessing it's because the email is different. I think for most people it's fine, just try the product for a year and see if you like it. AskSebi.com/Whoop if you want to try it out and support the channel. If you're curious about biomarkers, Function Health is worth checking out. This is a lab test service that looks at over 100 biomarkers. If you can get your primary to run it, then great, but mine deems it as non-medically necessary given my age. My heart seems mostly fine, which is great, and kidney health seems relatively good. Thyroid is an issue though, and something I should watch out for. And I also need to eat more salmon or get more omega-3s and go outside more for vitamin D. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're getting 50% back after spending $365 on a Function Health membership. Chase Sapphire Preferred card is 15% back after spending $365 on that same membership, an offer valid until March 31st, 2026, and you do have to activate. If you're planning to add the Robinhood Platinum card, then I'd hold off. Main reason being that that card comes with a $365 credit, so that makes more sense. A fast one is Calm, which is a meditation and sleep app. For the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're getting 100% back for a 1-year Calm premium subscription. For the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, it's 50% back for that same membership. Offer is valid until March 31st, 2026, and you do need to activate. Worst case, try it out and see if you like it. You can always cancel. Next is Prenovo, which is an advanced MRI. This is a whole body scan that checks for tumors, even stage 1, metabolic disorders, brain aneurysms, and more. I feel generally healthy, but you never know. For the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're getting $500 statement credit when you spend $2,499 or more on a Prenovo whole body MRI scan. This is through March 31st, 2026. If you don't have the card, we do have a promo code at prenovo.com/Sebi that gets you $300 off. The card one is obviously better though if you have a card. Prenovo did invite me to try their product, which is pretty cool of them. The experience is definitely interesting, so you hop into the machine for about an hour while they do the scan. They do have Netflix, which you can put on, and it's pretty cool and makes the time go by a bit faster. I don't get the results for 5 to 10 business days, but fingers crossed that it's positive. Or I guess technically negative given the nature of this. The other main set of Chase credits is going to be for DoorDash. I am going to ignore monthly ones since I don't want to get into the weeds of things. A lot of the cards do come with complimentary Dash Pass, and you get up to $10 off quarterly on non-restaurant DoorDash orders through December 31st, 2027. If you have multiple cards or credits, be careful of this. It is tied to your DoorDash account, so if you have 3 cards of credits, you would need 3 separate DoorDash accounts, and it's a great use case for aliases. Let's say your email is firstname.lastname@gmail.com. You can put a plus and anything afterwards, and that's still going to work. If you have your own domain, then setting up wildcards is pretty amazing. The quarterly credit is on a lot of their core cards, like the Chase Freedom Unlimited and Chase Freedom Flex. It's also on a bunch of their partner cards, including Disney, Marriott Bonvoy, as well as Hyatt. It should also be on Southwest and IHG cards, but double check those since there's a lot of cards there. If you don't otherwise use DoorDash, then don't force it, but if you do, then it's a reminder. One thing to note is that credits are becoming more standard, And for people that don't like managing them, it's a negative. For people that do though and like the services, cards have actually made more sense. There's a lot of cards I picked up for the intro bonus and figured I'd downgrade or cancel that I ended up keeping because the math worked with the credits. Your mileage may vary, but I'm a happy camper. On a side note, if you want to learn more about cards, whether these ones or pretty much any other card out there, and you want to support the channel, we have links on the website, asksebi.com, and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, that they make sense for you, but otherwise it's a huge way to support the channel, so thank you in advance. Heading to Alaska, we have their flagship card. Here you get 8 Alaska Lounge passes every calendar year, and it's 2 per quarter. Alaska lounges can be hit or miss depending on your airport. For example, the one in SFO is pretty well designed, and I'd argue the best one out there and pretty amazing, especially if you don't like the crowds of the bank or priority pass ones. I also like that they have a barista that makes you drinks. Normally you can only access this if you're flying long haul first or business class, have the right One World status, or you buy a membership. The alternative is paying per visit, which is now $65 per day. The Alaska flagship lounge in Seattle is also pretty nice and worth a lounge pass visit if that's your jam. But a reminder that it is their hub and technically home airport, so expect it to be more packed. Finishing off, we have credits from another major issuer. I'm currently not allowed to list the issuer due to some back-end complications, but I do like them and their cards. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. For their flagship card, you have their dining program and Lululemon. These are pretty easy to use. For their dining program, it's up to 100 per quarter, and there's over 10,000 US restaurants. If you live in a major city, you have a ton of options. For example, for New York, you have over 2,500, Chicago has about 200, Washington DC about 350, and then LA almost 450. San Francisco has less at about 180, almost 200, but some pretty good ones. If you're looking for pizza, then Flour and Water is a classic. For pizza, which I like a bit better, I prefer Pizza Rosa. One of my go-tos if you want to keep it simple and you don't really want an expensive meal. If you're looking for upscale Hawaiian, then Liho Liho Yacht Club is worth considering. Chisai is great for omakase if that's your jam. It can be a bit pricey, but a fun date night. A lot of people like Nari for Thai. It's in a Hyatt in Japantown and has 1 Michelin star. If you have date nights anyways, then a good reminder to use the credit. For Lululemon, it's up to 75 per quarter. If you are looking to spend the least amount possible, then I go to the We Made Too Much section, which is their sale section. For the most part, they're the colors that don't sell or the weird sizes. If you work out or you just want casual wear, then I really like their joggers to go to and from places. They also have great pants that feel like joggers, but can pass for slacks. I've been a pretty big fan and wearing them for a while, and it's pretty common nowadays. Even within finance, it's gotten pretty normal outside of maybe client meetings. For workout pants, the pace breakers are great. Also great if you have a player 2 that's been stealing your shorts. Speaking of which, you can also buy stuff for player 2, or your mom, or your sister, or someone else in your life. I'll link to some of my favorite options down below and ones I think are good. So for example, and in contrast, I haven't really been a fan of their tank tops. I'm not sure if it's the material or the look, but I haven't found it to look good on me. Mandy though has like the female stuff, so it just depends. On the business flagship card, you have 2 credits. You have up to 50 per quarter for Hilton and up to 90 per quarter for Indeed. I have the card, but I haven't used Indeed credit, so can't speak to that one. The Hilton one is a bit annoying, but it works for any Hilton, and it doesn't have to be a resort. It can be any charge, whether room charge or additional stuff like food that you're paying for afterwards with the card. Option 1, if you have a trip coming up anyways, is to book the Hilton with the card. Option number 2, if you're doing award travel or if you're booking through VIP portals, is to settle up with that card for the final charges. For example, if you're trying the restaurants anyways and you have a final balance, then just use the card or use a few of these cards. Most places we've been to are fine with us putting 4 cards down at $50 each. A lot of restaurants at Hilton hotels also code as Hilton, so that's another option. Depends on where you live, and I try to be the data point that you want to see. For example, one that's worked in New York is a Trio Wine and Bar, which is in the Conrad, New York downtown. Oftentimes, if it's featured on the Hilton site for the hotel, that's a good sign. Breakfast prices here seem pretty normal, if not a bit cheaper than what I'd expect for a fancy hotel in New York. So for example, chicken fried steak and eggs is $20. Lunch and dinner seem pretty normal as well, with a burger at $22 and salmon at $28. Take a look at the restaurants that are on the Hilton site for hotels, and I think you'd be surprised. Also, the Hilton mid-level and non-personal card also have similar credits. It's up to 50 and up to 60 per quarter, respectively. Same idea here. If you have upcoming travel, consider booking with the card. If you're doing award travel, then settle up with the card. Even if you are using multiple cards, that's historically been fine. Otherwise, look into Hilton restaurants. For the Hilton flagship card, you're getting up to $50 per quarter as a flight credit. This is not for incidentals, so anything for the flight counts, even the base fare. Pretty easy here, just book your next flight with the card. I've been flying United a lot more recently, and they've been pretty good at flexibility, especially if something comes up with the itinerary. I'm trying to be careful about not overly spoon feeding because it ruins it for everyone else. Again, if you want to learn about cards, we have links on the website, AskSabby.com, and also down below in the description box. And if you're curious, all legal affiliate disclosures can also be found below in the description box. If you made it to this point, leave a weightlifting emoji in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. 3 questions. Number 1, which of these, if any, are you signing up for? Number 2, any favorite restaurants for either Hilton or for the other branded one? And number 3, what are you buying at Lululemon? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favorite, thumbs up, share this, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.